welcome everyone to a kind of a special episode of Rust. This is all done post-commentary. What you're seeing are clips from my very long play session this afternoon to this evening. I've been having a lot of problems with Rust. Specifically servers where, well, either the server just stops existing, or at least I can't find it. Servers where every time I log on, I'm not where I fell asleep, even if it's just been 5-10 minutes. I spawn somewhere else. And it's not that I died, because I was the only person on the server. I go on these very low polluted servers, so I don't know. Low polluted, low population servers. By the way, all these bear clips, they're done within the same like 5 or 10 minutes. And this one, I did not see until it was too late that there are actually 2 bears. So, I have all these issues. Because, like, the point of the game is to survive, or at least try to survive, and that's not fun if you can't do so because of something outside of your control. Like, if a bear kills me, I'm okay with that. If a player kills me, I'm okay with that. But if something happens with the server and the server screws up, I'm not okay with that. So now let's talk about some bugs. You're about to see coming up here the server list. The server list, in my opinion, needs to be fixed pronto. Because you can sort it by different things like name. So here it's sorted alphabetically. Well, the problem here is, not only can I not actually move the scroll bar because it keeps sinking down to the bottom, but even if I could move it, I can only view the first 50 and the last 50 servers. It doesn't refresh to show you all of them. There are like 500 servers there, but I can only see 50 of them. So if I sort it alphabetically, I see A through C. Here's another glitch. This isn't a game-breaking bug like that is, in my opinion. I just had a funny shadow, and I'm imagining that I have this arm floating out the back of me. And this actually happened probably 4 or 5 times today. So this is a new bug. I had never seen this before. Here it is again. This time I had 2 extra arms. Really, really funny stuff. But anyway, so I've been on the verge of saying I'm going to quit Rust for a while. I already did quit Rust for a little while, and now I've come back. And I do love the game, and I want to continue to support it. By the way, I found some really good stuff in some barrels this time. In this case, I found, well, not in this barrel, but a previous barrel you'll see in that top left slot in my inventory, were some timed explosives, and we'll use those in just a second. So I love this game. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I love this game. It's beautiful. I think they're doing everything right. I think it's incredibly fun as long as you're on the right server. And this server I like. And unfortunately, what you're about to see me do... Oh, here's another bug. See that big thing that looks like a rock slide? No, it's actually a stream. The water just hasn't appeared yet. 3, 2, 1. Or at some point. There we go. So anyways, if you get on the right server, you're okay. If you get on a server that, like, anyone and everyone is going to come and grief you, like, even if you just build a single small little hut, and they come grief you, like, I find that really petty and annoying. So here we are. I found this nice, beautiful house. This is honestly one of the nicer built things I've seen in Rust. And I have that explosive. And I just can't help myself. Now, let me clarify. Before I go through with this, I need you to understand. What I'm about to do is a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. But when I loot him very nicely. So here we go. I'll let you enjoy this. I love the physics of the debris in this game. I think it's absolutely stunning. I really do. And they actually this is actually the latest build as of, what's today's date? Because this literally just got updated today. This is March 27th, 2015. And they just released devlog 53. By the way, you can see here that I start looting stuff and whatnot in the background. Some of the new things they added in this one were signs, which is a really cool thing. So there's the house guest, or the owner of the house, I guess. I'm the house guest. Notice he didn't put any pillars. I wonder if pillars would have made stuff hold up better. Or more walls or something. I don't kill him. I do loot him and take some stuff from him, like his poncho, I think. What I also do is, I'm about to go steal some meat from him, but I trade out my uncooked meat for his cooked meat. That's all I did. I think that's pretty nice and fair. I really didn't mean to blow up his house that much, though. So anyways, in this most recent update, they've added signs, which is a pretty cool feature, so that you can label things, maybe plead for someone not to blow up your little hut. They've changed some stuff with the physics engine. That's really just techie stuff. They've changed the way you die. So if you saw earlier when I died, when the bear killed me, I had a few seconds to like revive myself. I don't know if by a med kit. Oh, here I found a gun. I end up not using it though, because it's not like you pull a trigger. You have to like do crazy stuff with it. So here I found where I'm going to build my house. This is where it gets really cool. Well, except for this part at first. Building is just not great yet. Especially if you're trying to build on a slope. And granted, you know, maybe the solution is not to build on a slope, but anyways, you'll see here I have some trouble because I want to build a path to those rocks because it's Rust and everyone builds on rocks, as I did in my previous video. This time, though, I'm actually very successful at it. So while I try to fumble around with this, let me continue talking about this devlog. They've had performance improvements, which I can honestly say I've really noticed. My frame rates were much better in this play session than that has been previously. The one thing I did notice, though, is that the animals and like item bags, as they fall, items like on the ground, they like are jagged. Their frame rate is really, really low. So here I'm trying to place this floor, and you have to look at it at such a weird angle to get it to place. It's really, really bizarre. I don't get it. So here we are. I finally gave up on that platform over there, and I built a little staircase, and I really should not have put that fire there. That was really, really dumb of me, because it gets really obnoxious and it gets in the way. So eventually, I'm going to wall this whole staircase up. I really kind of wasted wood by doing these doors right now. I thought I was going to have more wood to do walls there, but anyway, so here you can see the actual start of the structure, and I'm trying to put some doorways and extra stuff in different places, and we'll skip forward here in a second and show you where it ended up being. There I'm placing the first door. So here we are back in the daytime, and you can see it a little bit better up there on the rock. I'm really, really pleased with it. Oh, here's a bear that I killed, but I didn't what do you call that? Harvest yet. They have a really cool thing where they're trying to, this is back to the devlog, by the way. They have a really cool thing where they're trying to keep you from being able to turn up your brightness or your gamma and see in the dark. I really wish you could remove campfires. I was trying to see if I could hit it with an axe, but that doesn't work. So here we are in my little big hut. I had such a hard time building this roof because you had to go, you just had to do it a really funky way to get them to go up there. And I placed that pillar there just for good measure. But in a second, I'm going to have a problem filling in those walls, those holes right there that you see. It's really bizarre. Because those are on because there's a half slab, for lack of a better term, below them, it wants to place on that half slab, so it's only halfway up. Which technically wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it won't place there. So I have to look at this one very specific spot, and this took me forever to figure out and to get it working. It was really, really obnoxious. Anyways, back to the devlog. I don't know if I finished saying, but they're working on things to keep people from cheating at night, basically. Oh, here's another bug where an animal gets stuck and scares me to death. Basically by turning up the brightness on their computer, or in the game, or on their monitor, or whatever, which I think is really, really cool. And that's about it for the devlog. They had a lot of other things added, new models that they're working on and stuff like that. Go check it out. I'll put a link in the description. They got some really cool pics, especially of like the debris and stuff that they're working on for the physics and graphics of that, and textures and all sorts of stuff like that, which is really, really cool. Oh, here we go. Here I am kind of showing you the debris physics. I finally figured out, hey, let me smack this around with my axe, and I was kind of shocked to see how quick it actually destroyed with my axe. So here I am placing the doors in the downstairs. So I'm basically just doing a maze of doors, so to speak. So here's the finished product as I left it. That is an armored strength door. It is completely stone all around the outside, and a variety of different style doors. There's a steel iron door, whatever. I can't remember what it's called exactly, but I think I did upgrade it a little bit further after I stopped recording. But basically, you get the idea. It's a pretty decent fortress, and unless someone gets lucky like I did and gets timed explosives, I'm assuming timed explosive would get in here in one shot. Granted, you'd have to know where to put it to get to my stuff, because my stuff is in a very specific spot in my house. Now, granted, it's kind of predictable, but it is kind of spread across that top floor. And there's my bed. So that about covers it, really. I'm going to keep playing until something else happens that's out of my control. Now, if it's a server wipe because of a game update, that's fine. But if, like, I come back on the server and for no good reason, I don't know why, I'm respawning somewhere else, I'm just going to cool it with Rust for a while, go play some H1Z1, maybe do some 7 Days to Die or something like that. But I really like Rust and I want it to work. And so I'm going to try to get it to work for you guys. And we'll see you guys next week for some more Survival Saturday. Sadly, this is going to be the only video for Survival Saturday this week because I spent so much time getting caught back up on Rust. And that's why I'm only giving it this one last chance, because it's taking so much time and I don't want to keep recording the same thing over and over with me starting off with a rock and a torch and then getting to one place and then having to start all over again the next week. That's pointless. You guys don't want to watch that and I don't want to record it. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and we'll see you guys later. Adios.